Yo guys, it's been a long ass time. Um, I'm finally live. I know I've been gone for quite a while. I've been busy with school. I've been failing in class, so I had to get caught up with that, and pretty sure I'm going to be passing it after the bit of homework I just turned in. So today I'm bringing you guys my explanation of why I think the new Call of Duty is going to be unsuccessful. I'm going to try to make this first point stand clear and stand by me. I've been playing Call of Duty since the original Call of Duties have came out, like Call of Duty just called Call of Duty. Ever since the first Xbox, it wasn't even brought out on the first Xbox. I do believe it just started out as a computer game, and then it escalated into a console game when the first Xbox came out, Modern Warfare, and then PlayStation came out. But yeah, I'm very unhappy with the way that the new Modern Warfare does not give you enough game modes on their multiplayer to play. Alright, so the only thing I know about the whole game mode situation is that they only provide you with, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm looking here correctly, they only provide you with hold on guys. Now they only provide you with, if I counted right, 16 game modes, and there are a couple of them in there that I am questioning, like musical chairs. Like, I don't find that fascinating that they're putting a child's game into a video game. Now, alright, let's just say that's more of a game mode if you are I don't want to bring any controversy into this, but I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad thing, but like, just think about that for a second, alright? Like, musical chairs, that sounds like something you would see people play in elementary school, and bringing that into there, with the effect of it having guns, that's quite the game, I guess. I don't know, but just thinking about that is making me uncomfortable because you used to play that elementary school, like I said before, and that sounds like they're enforcing school shootings into the game. I'm not trying to like throw that out there and trying to make a big deal out of it. I don't see how that would be a big deal. But I'm not agreeing with that game mode. And then there's realism, which I don't understand why they're putting a game called realism in there when, I mean, yeah, using guns is a reality, but if we face it, it's not really safe object to use in real life unless if you are using it to protect yourself in a robbery situation. I don't see how that game mode's going to do anything, and then that's probably both of those game modes I'm going to question. I'm not, it's, again, only 16 game modes that they provide you with, and Call of Duty Black Ops provides you with more, especially featured ones. Like, they could have, I thought, see, what I wanted the new Modern Warfare to be, I thought they would permanently add, I really wanted them to permanently add in Prop Hunt, because that's a really fun game mode. That is capable to be in any Call of Duty game, and I feel like that is a game mode that they could have added in that list of game modes. That was kind of disappointing to find out that they're not going to add that in there, because I was really hoping they would, because it was such a big hit on Remastered, and was really, really fun to play on Black Ops 3, if you ask me, but, I'm not trying to, like, start anything here, but, yeah, I'm gonna keep on to it. Another thing that I think they need to change is add in new guns besides of using previous ones from the previous Call of Duty. I mean, I don't see a problem with them using the same guns. The only thing that I have a problem with is the way of how Modern Warfare has never used new guns other than in Modern Warfare 3. That was it. That was the only game. I'm not gonna throw in anything in there, but like, I feel like they could put in a couple or maybe more new guns into the game to make it feel, to make it feel like a fresh, new Modern Warfare game, you know? And another thing I have an issue with is the campaign, because I feel like it's going to be the same as the other Call of Duty Modern Warfare, sadly. And I don't feel like they should include another campaign in there, because the original is the best campaign there is. The original campaign cannot beat itself. I mean, that's what they're trying to do, because they're adding in the same character, or one of the older characters from the first Modern Warfare game, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm not for sure if I am or not, but they're bringing back a character that has been in the previous Modern Warfare games, and I don't agree with that, because that character played his or her part better in the original, and I don't feel like it's necessary to bring an old character back from the original Modern Warfare. I mean, yay, you have that character in the game, what's that gonna do? I mean, shit, if I really wanted to, I could, like, go on Black Ops 4 and play as Modern Warfare characters on there, even, too. But still, I mean, I'm just very unhappy with the new Modern Warfare, and, I mean, they already ruined Create a Class for me, because, I mean, one, yeah, they do provide you with 5 slots. They made it sound like you were able to attach as many attachments as you want, not just 5. I mean, come on now. I mean, that's been in the air for a long time, and they finally are releasing the game with you only able to attach 5 attachments. And then plus, they're making game modes that are able to compete with Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield is its own standalone game that competes with Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. Yes, I'm bringing another game into another game that I'm talking about. But that's what it's doing, and I'm not satisfied with that because Call of Duty Modern Warfare is supposed to be going against Call of Duty Black Ops, not Call of Duty and Battlefield going on one-on-one. Like, come on, that's not something I'm pleasant or happy about. It's always been that way. It's always been Activision versus Infinity Ward, and it's not seeming like they're wanting to do that anymore, and they're branching away from that battle, which I was kind of enjoying between the two. I mean, I feel like Modern Warfare is going to do piss poor. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I'm probably wrong, probably gonna stand corrected. Yeah, I know. I mean, crap. I probably, even after this, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate because people aren't gonna see my point. I mean, my main point is Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and it should stick with itself, and it should not be going against another standalone series, if that makes sense. I mean, I understand, hello whoever's watching, I understand that they're trying to branch off and face new games, but I'm also dissatisfied with the way that they put out their game. Like, they made it seem like their game was going to be a big hit, but it turns out it's just going to be another Call of Duty that's another Call of Duty game. I mean, you really can't do nothing about that. And, you know, I feel like Activision caught a break with Black Ops 4 because now they can run off their break that they used in Black Ops, or for Black Ops 4, and make an entirely better game than what Modern Warfare did, if that makes sense. So I feel like Activision can take the win. All they gotta do is keep on. See, like, look, let me show you an example, alright? What I mean when this game provides you with more game modes than what Modern Warfare does. I mean, come on, it only provides you with 16 game modes. This game mode has better game modes like Sticks and Stones, like original classic ones. You got core game modes, and then you even got hardcore. Now, all the hardcore fans I know out there are gonna be mad because they do not have the option to choose between core or hardcore. Now, core is different between hardcore. In hardcore, you have less health than you do in core, and you only start off with 30% health in hardcore, I do believe, and in core you have 100% health. So that would make me mad because I've been playing hardcore since Black Ops, since the original Black Ops. I mean, I was pretty darn good in hardcore ever since the original Black Ops, and Modern Warfare also had that before they got rid of it in their new one, which really made me mad when I found out that they're not going to have hardcore in it. Because, if I'm being honest, I'm not a huge domination player. I mainly play team deathmatch, and yeah, it just made me mad when I found out Modern Warfare is not gonna be as big of a game as I thought it was gonna be. They could have added in more attachments, like more attachments. Like, what I mean by that is that they could have added in 12 slots, like added in 6 slots for their attachments loadouts, if that makes sense. Like here, see, you get you get to select 10 attachments and what you want. That's pretty simple to me, but they could always add in, what Black Ops can do is they can always add in that 12 in there and add in 2 extra ones to one up Modern Warfare. So what Black Ops can really do is they can turn the loss of Modern Warfare into the win for Black Ops within itself, and then Black Ops can become big again, like they were in Black Ops 2, because they did better than Modern Warfare. I already looked up the stats and the scale for it, and Modern Warfare skyrocketed and then it plummeted back down with all the lag and all the map things, and it seems like Modern Warfare is still continuing to have issues. Now, the main thing I've been hearing, the number one issue I've been getting reports on is hit registration issues on the map elements. Now, that's important because what that means is that your hit markers, like, they're having problems with the hit markers appearing on the map, or like appearing in front of you whenever you're shooting a target to know if you hit them or not. That's a big deal because when you're playing hardcore, you need to know if you hit a person, and that's what that white X is there for. And it seems like they're having issues in some of the maps with that problem. And now in hardcore, you're obviously not going to be able to see the white X, but in core you are able to, and it seems like they're having problems with that. And well, I mean, I guess you can I guess you can see it in hardcore, but I just never pay attention. But yeah, that's my main thing. I'm not gonna be a big fan. I'm probably just gonna stick with Black Ops until the new Black Ops comes out, if that makes sense. Now, what I feel like Black Ops should do in their next game is kind of run off from Black Ops 4, but instead just add in the campaign, because I think they caught a break when they released Black Ops 4. Because if you really look at it, they can continue on their campaign with Black Ops 3 just without the exo boost and all that. If that makes sense. They could potentially maybe run back to Black Ops 2 and take that campaign and remaster it, kind of in return making it a better campaign than it was like ever in Black Ops history, if I'm being considerable here, and could potentially end up beating the Modern Warfare series in stats. Because as of now, seems like Black Ops 4 is losing compared to the new Modern Warfare, which I can see because it's a new Call of Duty. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to play it? But it's just the same as Modern Warfare, the first one that came out, it seems. They need to leave the old characters alone, in my opinion, and just run with new characters if they're going to create a new Modern Warfare game. That was something I was really pissed off about, because they're fucking up the old characters' actions, in my opinion. Shut up and concentrate for a minute. But I have some really strong opinions and thoughts on this game. I'll tell you the other problems that I read about online that really concerned me, and why it's bothering me a lot. I mean, so many issues, especially with it going into beta. The one successful beta test that that Call of Duty has had was with Black Ops 3, for example. They barely had any problems with it. The only one problem that they had was getting the exo boost down right. That was about it. Making the slide work was another thing, because I experienced lag before they updated it to remember when the permafrost camo came out, that was the final update. They fixed the slide, because I used to be able to slide through the map and I was glitching and all that. That was kind of a problem before they actually did the last update to Black Ops 3, and they kind of fixed it. Fixed a lot of their glitches that they have had, which is really good for especially for a Call of Duty game. There's still a lot of unpatched glitches and stuff, but people really don't pay attention to those anymore, than I see in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops or Modern Warfare games. Because it seems like that's what all the games were about, was just going in there and finding the glitches so that you could get the best kill in the game. And then taking that on into an online game and then cheating out of it. Now this next one is huge to me. I'll talk about it here in a minute. This dude with the pistol, I swear. Okay, finally put him down. Okay. Wow. Did not mean to do that. Alright, so the next thing that seems like they've had issues with is the textures, and yeah, just the textures and graphics. Man, this is a big E for me, because you know how much the graphics mean to me in a Call of Duty game. I want to be able to have it pop. And it seems like in a couple of their maps they have not been able to keep the graphics stable or the textures in the map stable at all, and that's going to result in a lot of lag in a game, and it's not good to have lag in a game, especially if it's in beta. And I know and I understand that they were still in beta, but come on now. I mean, at least Black Ops 4 maintained its textures and graphics. That's kind of sad that a Modern Warfare game, that's the first ever Modern Warfare game to ever have problems with the textures in my eyes, because I don't ever remember a Modern Warfare game that ever had problems like that. I mean, yeah, that's just facts. I mean, you can't really do nothing, especially the remastered. The remastered one didn't even have problems with the graphics at all. I find that sad in a Modern Warfare, especially a Call of Duty game. That's like a disgrace right there. That's like, they put in a lot of money and effort into this game, and then they just make it terrible. Like, what were the people on there thinking? Like, were they just slacking off or something? I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. Could have done better with the graphics. Another one. Oh man, this was really... I didn't even hear about this one yet. I didn't even read about that. I've only read 2 down. That's as far as I got before I actually started this video. So another thing I am reading right now is grain on the weapon sites. That is really bad, which means that they're having issues with the weapon sights on the guns, like the reflex, reticle, and all that other stuff, yellow sights and all that. That means that the dot on the sight is not staying focused and or is not lined up with the player, and that is really, really huge, because in Call of Duty all of the sights are supposed to maintain their line of target. That is the key in Call of Duty. Always got to make sure that the sights are straight and accurate. Now, when it says grain, it means it's...
Good match, guys.
It means it's lag, basically, when you look at it, and it's hard to tell where... Yeah, it's hard to tell, because it's actually been that's a bad case scenario for it. That's a bad case. I mean, I don't even know what else to say on that because that's huge for Call of Duty to fail with their line of sighting. That's bad. And then another thing I'm reading too is that they've had trouble with the spawn system. Are you kidding me? I don't even remember a single time when a Modern Warfare had trouble with a spawn system. That's incredible to know because not only have I thought that Black Ops 4 was going to be the only one to have trouble with it, but it's also occurring in Modern Warfare out of all the games. That is funny. That is a funny bite in the ass in my opinion because not only does that help out Black Ops case, but it also shows the lack of tolerancy that the editors or the creators of the game have put in all this effort, and then yet their crew members their crew members are just slacking. Wow, that's incredible. I don't even remember. I mean, the only Call of Duty Black Ops I remember that had no trouble until now with their spawn systems obviously is Black Ops 2. I mean, that one actually did incredible with their spawn systems other than still in beta, but I mean, come on now. I mean, wow, that's sad to even hear that Black Ops 3's spawn systems even did better. That's sad. That is kind of sad. Wow. And then another one I'm reading right now is the mini-map. That is humongous. That is humongous. Wow. And I'm used to it. I think we're all used to it. I mean, unless if you're not a huge mini-map fan, but I don't see the big deal of why the mini-map doesn't show the red dots. I mean, that's not why I look at it. I look at it to see where the enemies on the map are. If that's the only thing I care about, because when that UAV pops up, I'm looking at it, I'm looking to see where the enemy's location is on the map, you don't look at the map to see where you kill the enemy. So that's really not a big issue for me, but it is, I guess, for a couple of other people. I don't know why, but I guess it is. But I think they do still need to work on that if people are still getting mad about them not showing, about why they're not showing the little red dots on the map when a UAV pops up. That is actually a big problem then. But yeah, that's all I got for my issues with Modern Warfare. I already explained my reasoning. I'm almost out of fucking lung breath. I can't even hardly fucking talk anymore because my voice is fading.
Be advised, hostile care package overhead.
But I think I'm just gonna stop talking about it. Focus on Black Ops right now. I already went over why I think it's a bad game. I think I made my point clear enough. But yeah. Now, what I can say is that well, this Modern Warfare has really come from a long way, and I feel like it has had the potential to be a good game in my eyes, but I just don't see it. And if other people see it like what I'm seeing it as just a normal Call of Duty game in my eyes, then I'm glad I have supporters. But if you think that it's the game of the year, then yeah, run with it, dude. It's not happening because the only other game I remember that went for the only other Call of Duty game I remember that went for Game of the Year was Black Ops 2, and it didn't really get it. So man, I'm also kind of, so I guess I'm not done speaking on about Modern Warfare. There's one more last thing I'm going to cover, is that I guess this game is encouraging you to camp. Now, alright, one, I am not happy with the way this Call of Duty is encouraging you to do that, because I like running around the map. As you guys can see, I run, I'm a free runner. I like running around the map, just shooting people, watching my corners, watching for people. Now, this game encouraging you to camp, don't do it. Don't do it. That's, you know, that's going to cause a lot of raging in the game, and I honestly would just laugh my ass off hearing two people cuss in a lobby. That would be really funny. That's probably the only thing that I would be enjoying in a game if there were people camping in a Call of Duty game. But I really don't see it. How the hell? I don't know where I am.
Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. You're failing.
Well, it's like every single corner they know where I'm coming out of. Yeah, buddy, you're not getting me again. Like him, don't be like him, or this dude that obviously likes spawn camping. Yeah, that's sad. 8 and 21. This is the worst I've ever done. Alright. I'm gonna hop on Black Ops 4.